Good morning, micro followers. If you've been following along with the rabbit story, you know that a couple weeks ago I met with a couple and did a barter deal for a breeding buck, Californian, for some Everything Zen products. And real quick story before I tell you what this video is all about. When she introduced herself, she said, my name is Mary and this is Jerome, and she kind of points over. I thought she was talking about the rabbit. So I was like, okay, I can go with that. And she goes, oh no, I was talking about my husband. So we kind of chuckled and laughed that off a little bit. But the funny thing is, I haven't been able to stop calling this rabbit Jerome. So guys, sorry, but we're going with Jerome. I have waited patiently to see what kind of name would follow with his, his persona and his personality. Jerome fits. So anyways, today's the big day. We're going to put Jerome and Widow in a breeding cage together and see if we might get some kits. So there's your warning. If you don't want to see it, because I am going to record the actual breeding if it happens. So if you have children that you don't want them to see, or if you don't want to watch, scroll on by, stop the video now, because there's your warning. So let's see what happens. So I might have a little bit of fun because Widow's a little bit crabby, since how she hasn't been bred in a minute. So you'll have to excuse me if I have to struggle with her for a second. But here's kind of what the process... Jeffy! Here's kind of what the process, how it goes. You always put the female in with the male. It's a territorial thing, so trust me when I tell you things go a little bit smoother when you do it that way. But we'll put her in there, and they'll probably play ring around the rosy for a while and sniff and sniff and sniff and sniff. He will mount, and if you have never witnessed a rabbit breeding before, he will have a fall off, which is usually pretty comical, but that's your surefire sign that there's been contact and a possible good breeding. So here we go. Okay. Sorry, Jeffy. Obviously, Jeffy knows what's going on. He's playing along. All right. And we'll see how it goes. A little sniffy sniffies. I'll hold this because it's going to get really shaky in a minute. And hopefully we don't have any fighting. So if I have to throw the phone down real fast, you'll know. Because every now and then, if if the female decides that she don't like this guy, then there will be a little bit of a dispute instead of a breeding. There's a fall off. Yep, she's not arguing in the least. She's totally cool with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow 3 fall offs, just kind of for insurance to make sure that this goes through. And because this is their first breeding, I'm only going to allow 3 fall offs, and then I'll stop there. Whereas generally, if they were an experienced breeding couple, and I knew that, they were throwing good kits and that sort of thing, then I would allow them, lift your butt, girly, then I would allow them to actually breed several times for a couple days, just to make sure. That stomping right there is his way of saying, hey, I mean business. And a fall off. Fall off number 2. Good job, buddy. Good job, Widow. Celebration. We'll go with 1 more. And then from that point on, I am not good at, I can't remember what it's called, palpating? It's where you feel around in the rabbit's stomach to see if they're pregnant, and I am not good at that at all whatsoever. I've always just took visual signs. Allowed for the breeding and changed the diet up a little bit to where she's getting all the good stuff, and just kept a close eye, and then waited for the hay stash, which is where they they start to nest, and they're holding the hay in their mouth, and it actually looks like a mustache. It's really cute. Hopefully I have the opportunity to show you guys that. So this will be our last mount. Oh, no fall off. Try it again, buddy. It's funny, like the whole Jerome thing. Like, I apologize if that offends them in any way, but he's such a Jerome. She is finished. She is like, dude, I'm tired. I'm done. Twice as good. He's like, one more time for good measure. She's not lifting, so she's obviously done. So before we end up with a big fight, I'm going to go ahead and re-separate them, and then we'll just monitor her from this time on. So, you're a good sport, Jerome. Good job, buddy.